you took that money and then you invested it into other technology stocks that you knew, and then you took that and then went from broadcast.com and then, boom, you know, everything. What were those stocks that you invested in? So we teach our kids kind of the Peter Lynch adage, invest in what you know.
Yeah.
And I think you took that.
And that's exactly what I did. I mean, look, I spent 7 years installing local area networks, writing software, doing wide area networks. And so I knew what a router, you know, which companies' routers worked and didn't work, which companies' bridges and software worked and didn't work, which products were selling, which products weren't. And so I used that to my advantage because back then it was a little bit easier because there weren't as many people, there weren't as many analysts covering everything, right? And so all these huge hedge funds, once they saw that I was killing it, they were like, okay, we're going to talk to this guy, and literally took my trading experience. I was making 85, 100% a year, and created a hedge fund out of it. And and then we just immediately sold it. So it turned out really well. But I did that now, and I'm telling you, the Peter Lynch experience is going to be interesting in terms of, okay, where do you shop, what do you do, what websites do you go to? But if you take the time to learn computer vision, neural networks and everything, that's how all the decisions are a lot of the decisions are going to be made, but all the decisions are going to be influenced.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Doc Talk Stocks. I am your host, the good doc over here, about to lay some truth that we just heard from none other than the man himself, Mr. Mark Cuban, owner of the Dallas Mavs, Shark Tank guru, Shark Tank aficionado, entrepreneur, you name it. Mark Cuban got his hands in damn near everything. One of my favorite people to follow and listen to. Man does not hold his tongue for anything. And in this clip, you hear Mark Cuban saying specifically, invest in things that you understand, invest in things that you know. That is the only thing that I can say about the way that I also choose to invest as well. There are certain companies that, again, I don't know about, but if somebody puts the bug in my ear about what could potentially be, it is not going to take a rocket science or a genius to understand, or at least read and research what A, other people are talking about it, and B, what you can find out from their financial reports. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to be an accountant to understand financial reports and balance sheets and stuff, okay? Let me say it again. You don't have to be a financial accountant to understand balance sheets. If your balance sheet shows that you are making more money than you are spending, chances are you're probably doing okay. But that's for my companies that have been around for a while. If you are a startup or something that's coming into the game, like let's say Uber or something like that, wherein, you know, your operating costs are a little bit high, and every little profit that you make, you're reinvesting into the company. Granted, your balance sheet might read negative for the most part because of the money that you're spending, but you can really get behind the concepts as long as you read between the lines on certain things. I'm sorry. Google will tell you everything you need to know about how to read a balance sheet, how to understand PE ratios, how to understand payout ratios. Guys, it's all at your fingertips. Now, I admit I do have a degree in business administration, and I did take accounting classes. So yeah, I do understand T-charts, journals, and balance sheets, cash inflow, cash outflows, and how to read those statements. But you don't need all that. Trust me, there's probably videos on YouTube as we speak that can tell you how to read that stuff. If you really want to invest your time and get into know a product that you don't understand, again, I say invest in things that you do understand, but if there are things that you want to understand so that you can get into it, there are tools at your disposal that can literally share with you exactly what you're going to need to do in order to understand what you need to invest in, or understand what you need to know about something you're interested in investing in. So my man Mark Cuban talks about how, you know, he knew about routers and which ones were selling and which ones were not selling. So he knew what to invest into. Ended up turning, what, a $6 million profit? I think. Watch the whole video. I encourage you guys to do so. But about a $6 million profit on what he was putting in after what he sold? Come on, man. Come on, man. And this all comes from a man who knew exactly what he was investing into. He knew what was selling. He knew what was not selling. He was investing in things that were literally within his industry. He knew what companies had the weakest products. He knew which companies had the strongest products. And what he did from his time and understanding of learning, he put money into what he knew. And that's what every investor should do. Every investor should understand what they're getting themselves into. We can't just frivolously throw money at a stock just because somebody says, oh, this is the next big thing. I know guys who do that shit. They will throw money at a stock just because somebody they know says it's the next big thing without even looking into it. Without even understanding the format, without even understanding how it's going to make money in the years to come. What is the company's vision? What is the company's mission? Where do they see themselves in the next 5 years? If you can't even understand that particular base aspect, the stock market is probably going to hurt you a little bit more than it's going to serve you, you know? And it's just an interesting thing that I've learned over my last few months in the game. I'm not talking as if I'm aficionado, guys. I'm just here as a novice. I'm here as a person that is enjoying the time that I'm in it. I am sitting here learning as much as I can, soaking up as much knowledge as I can so that I can put everything that I feel is important into video format and share it with my audience. Again, I know I'm not speaking to no individuals that are dumb, okay? I know for a fact y'all ain't stupid. I'm just sharing with you guys what I think to be one of the most awesome aspects about the market and the most awesome aspects about getting money while you sleep. I love waking up in the morning when the stock market opens at 9:30 and realizing that we on the uptrend. I may express some apprehension when my stuff is on the downtrend, but I understand about my drip buys too. So it's just a matter of knowing and understanding how the stock market is going to affect your emotions and what you choose to do with those emotions. And what you're going to choose to do with your emotions, if you're into a product that you don't believe in, you're going to sell it when it doesn't do exactly what you hoped that it would do. Again, I am guilty of this. I made a video about it before. Your boy has short selling syndrome, short selling disorder. I think I had it once upon a time. And that was because I was trying to figure out what worked in my portfolio, what didn't work in my portfolio. And that's probably some things that you guys are going to go through as well. I just don't want you to be chronic short sellers. You got to play the long game, ladies and gentlemen. If you are an investor, you have to think about value first. You have to think about going in for the long haul. There is no in between, ladies and gentlemen. Value investing means long-term investing. You have to see what a company can do in 5 years or so. You got to understand that companies are probably going to participate in some stock splits depending on how the market valuation is conducted, or how much is worth, and to see what they could do about spreading out more shares or getting more shares into the market. And again, it all works to your benefit if you know how to manipulate and how to work with it. I'm just here to speak what truth I know. It's only based on opinion, ladies and gentlemen. My education comes from Google. My education comes from what I understand from my mentor. My education comes from the simple fact that if I see something that I like or something that I believe in, or a product that says, you know what, that has potential to do well. It's called doing your research, ladies and gentlemen. Again, they ain't gonna do your homework for you. You might pay somebody to do your homework for you, but even then, what if they're wrong? Ain't you gonna be mad that you dropped money on somebody that told you something wrong? Most of the time, most of the people that I rock with, that I know that have paid courses and stuff, they really do well by their people. Shout out to the Wall Street Trapper. That's probably the only guy that I would stand by in reference to how he chooses to operate, maneuver, and manipulate and do things in the market. Trap is literally the only one that I know for a fact that when he puts words out there, although he is not recommending or telling you anything that you need to do, he's not telling you what to do. He's basing it on recommendations. He's not telling you what to do. Trap is literally the only one that I would listen to, and the only one that I do subscribe to. All right, so again, shout out to Trap. We're gonna make some Wall Street Trapper videos coming soon. I think that's really gonna rock for sure. But yeah, when it comes to value investing, guys, when it comes to understanding what you're doing in the market, listen to what Mark Cuban said, man. Invest in only what you know, and if you don't know and you want to know, do everything that you need to in order to figure out how to make it work for you. This has been your boy, Good Doc Talk Stocks, man. I am blessed to truly be here, blessed to have the channel. Don't only get the likes up, man. Make sure you get your stocks up too, ladies and gentlemen. And we are officially out. Take care. God bless. Stay true. Peace.